see what the hell we got for free.
Use this time to train a bit. Deploying soon. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
Не буди, ведь на районе каждый бандит сидит и помнит это мотив. За косяки же надо платить, убитый вряд ли будет убит. Не на эрудит, копает формулы и
Time to see what you've learned.
набирает весе, а пока что перелетный крик,
cash by completing contracts, looting or eliminating targets. Setting waypoint.
I got contact.
Target marked. Requesting strike.
Got your request. Cluster strike is active. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Target marked. Send it.
This is Phoenix 3. Strike inbound.
Precision airstrike missed. Enemy dropping into the AO. Extraction standing by. Mark an LZ for pickup.
Good. Good.
Enemy UAV active. Enemy UAV active. Enemy UAV active.
Moving here.
Moving on shooter.
Moving position.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the sky. Concentrate on target. Copy on that waypoint. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the sky. soldier nearby. Enemy UAV active. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Excuse me. I'm coming. Literally not coming. Spot him out again. Where are they at?
Enemy dropping into the AO. Enemy tank choppers in the AO. Destroy it and recover the cash.
I'm coming. See.
Enemy
They gonna get you. Oh yeah. Here it comes. I see you here.
Setting a mine.
We got it. Let's go.
Never mind.
Hey, gamer dad. Turn around. Game or death? Turn around. Alright.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Nobody? Alright.
Clues that something was terribly wrong. There were close calls, like this one with his father. I had a box in my bedroom closet, and it contained the mummified head and genitals of a young man I met in one of the bars down Milwaukee. And it was a locked metal box. My dad, one week, came to visit and happened to see it and wondering what was in it. He didn't know. Nobody knew. I told him it was some magazines. And he wasn't satisfied with that answer. We got into a bit of an argument because he wouldn't open it up. He took the locked box down to the basement and was about to smash it open.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Guys, Jeffrey Dahmer.
In the house, we reconciled.
Everybody's talking about him. Everybody's dressing like him.
Jeffrey Dahmer
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Continued to hunt down victims in the gay bars of Milwaukee and kill them. But in a city with a relatively low crime rate, why were the police not connecting the murders? Dahmer's seeming normality helped him hide.
Check weapons and gear. You got time before deployment.
Usually because law enforcement does not recognize him as real. They're looking for somebody who is dragging the members of the case and staying preparing the case. They're not looking for
Enemy dropping into the AO.
more to why the murders went unnoticed.
Okay, alright, no clothes on. He was doing her. And I ain't got no
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Where's he at?
25th and State, the corner of 25th and State.
Enough training. Now you fight a real enemy.
We're trying to help him, so people trying to help him.
Okay, he's unconscious right now?
He's getting up here because he's bruised up. Somebody must have jumped on him and tripped him over there.
The voices out of the case spotted one head on the escape deck. Dahmer had already tried to perform his crude sex zombie experiment.
Secure cash by completing contracts, looting, or eliminating targets.
Somehow managed to get away from Dahmer and yell for help. The police did not. Dahmer told
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
The police went into Dahmer's apartment, saw nothing there, and returned with her. The police then radioed back to the station, showed them how much they could see. Intoxicated, usually get real. Jeffrey Dahmer was arrested. He admitted to shortly after. The did their job and would force the entire city to engage. There would be candlelight vigils and city-decreed days of healing, but Jeffrey Dahmer would leave a black mark on the wall.
Here I come.
You're being tracked by an enemy team. Tread carefully.
I think that the city of Milwaukee unfortunate realization that you can have
Yeah, let's see.
whatever horrific things that you see on the news, other places, other people.
Enemy
It
contact!
was the sad realization of people that live in the city of Milwaukee that
Hostile
we
dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Setting
Enemy
a mine.
UAV active.
Reserved for the victims' families and the family of the murdered.
never Jeffrey! Jeffrey!
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
But that I can never forgive shit.
Better.
Good shit, guys. Good
The
shit.
families of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims had their day in court and an opportunity to address
Yes. I don't think so. It should be on the deal right there.
been a terrible shock for him, so much so that
On the
24 hours after he learned
drive. No.
Those who profile serial killers can understand why Lionel would have such trouble reconciling his baby boy with
Move to the next area. Protect the perimeter.
such sickening crime.
You do know that when puberty comes, the ages of 15, 14, 15, that the hormones seem to interact with the brain chemistry. You have no idea what it's or where it's coming from.
I think probably there was a mixture of feelings of anger and hate and disappointment. And also feeling extremely sorry for what he did. Felt very sorry for victims. And also for victims. The terrible living.
Both Lionel Dahmer and Joyce Flint, Jeffrey's mother, struggled to find a way to support their son in the face of his crime. A brutal task for any parent.
The thing, something or a thing, some people want to mind that he doesn't know what's going on, and therefore I have to hug him.
It's almost like I don't have to wait, mourn, or grieve. Because
Tactical
there
nuke
are
inbound.
families
A Nebula 5 bomb has been deployed.
who will never, ever speak to their children again.
By all accounts, Jeffrey Dahmer seemed to be relieved that he'd been
Nebula
caught.
5 bomb
He
detonation
cooperated
imminent.
thoroughly with
Stay
authorities
clear.
and ambassador doctors and
Contract
co-workers who wanted
complete.
to learn more
Recon
about his
intel
behavior.
secure.
What was uncontrollable about Jeffrey Dahmer? Urge. It was the urge he couldn't control. It was the craving he had to satisfy. And that's why he killed.
Nebula
When he killed,
5 bomb was detonated in the
killed
distance.
to satisfy the urge. Any other way, had to do it immediately.
And this is something Dahmer seemed to know better than anyone. At his sentencing, he read a statement of apology for his crime.
Your Honor, it is over now. This has never been a case of trying to get free. I didn't ever want freedom. Frankly, I wanted death for myself. This was a case to tell the world that I did what I did not for reasons of hate. I hated no one. I knew I was sick or evil or both. Now I believe I was sick. I know how much harm I had caused, but I tried to do the best I could after the arrest to make amends. But no matter what I did, I could not undo the terrible harm I had caused. I know I will be in prison for the rest of my life.
The rest of Jeffrey Dahmer's life would last
Hostile
less than 2
dropping into
years.
the area.
In
Watch the
November of
skies.
1994, a fellow inmate of Dahmer's in killing
Good shit.
in a 20-minute period when the men were unguarded. Dahmer expressed repeated remorse for his actions. In the last interview he granted before his death, he made a stunning admission that he still has fantasies of killing.
I wish it would go. I wish there was some way to completely get rid of awesome thoughts. It's not really so bad now that there is no avenue to actually act on it. But no, it was never possible.
If Eric Smith wanted to sell farmland to communists in China, he should have become a broker in Beijing. Instead, as a politician, he voted twice to let companies controlled by China buy up Missouri farmland. 146,000 acres worth so far. That adds up to nearly 3 times the size of the Lake of the Ozarks.
I'm Trudy Bush Valentine, and I approve this message because I will never sell Missouri farms to China. And if you agree, text farms to 23299.
Choppers in the area. Destroy it.
You tell us you mean? Spell your last name for us.
Tracy Edwards, EWARDS.
Mr. Edwards, we're going to ask you to speak up very loudly into the microphone. I would like to guide at the present time.
Louisiana.
And how old are you, sir?
32.
32, and you are single?
Yes.
So you were in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on July the 22nd, 1991?
Yes.
And at or about that time, on that late afternoon, did you have occasion to see a person that you knew at that time or subsequently learned was a fellow by the name of Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yes.
And you know that Mr. Dahmer you're speaking about is the defendant in this case to my right, correct?
Yes.
And that led me, I made a record to show the identification.
Sure, he Mr. Dahmer, she didn't put it.
In the middle between my two associates? Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
The record should reflect the things we identified.
Now, Mr. Edwards, you and I met for the first time last evening.
Yes.
And you came up from Louisiana at my request with your attorney.
Right.
Mr. Saeed, S-Y-E-D, Salet, S-A-L-T.
That's correct.
And you came up here to testify to the events, as you recall them, that occurred on the late afternoon, early evening, early morning hours of July the 22nd and the morning of July the 23rd, 1991.
That's correct.
What?
So that you know, Mr. Edwards, your name is known to the jury because there has been testimony concerning what happened to you and at the apartment of Mr. Dahmer. Do you understand? Okay?
Okay.
Where did you know Mr. Dahmer by name prior to that date?
I've seen him a couple of times before that. I didn't know his name personally.
All right. Did you ever talk to him before that date?
I was speaking to him, saying hello as he passed by.
Just casual, friendly
Yeah,
hellos.
Hellos, yeah.
Where was it that you saw him in the late afternoon, early morning hours of July the 22nd?
Grand Avenue Mall.
And that was in Milwaukee, downtown Wisconsin. Were you with somebody or were you alone?
A couple other friends, yeah.
Okay, so the record is absolutely clear. You are not a homosexual, are you?
No, not at all.
So you were with a couple of your buddies, were you?
That's correct.
And what were you doing?
I was drinking beer, just talking, hanging out, you know.
About 6 o'clock at night, was it?
Yeah, about 6:15. Whatever.
Did you have occasion then to
Approached us eventually and started talking to us there.
were you 3 black males?
One white, 2 black.
So you're a friend.
Yeah, my best friend was white.
When he came up and started talking to you, what is it that Mr. Dahmer said to you?
He said he was just in the city from Chicago. He was taking care of a sick grandmother, I believe, in West Dallas.
Did he have any further conversation with you and your friend?
Yeah, he was just talking. He said he was a professional photographer. He usually pays people for pictures and stuff like that. If anybody was interested in making money at that time.
To have to pose for pictures?
Yeah.
Did he describe the kind of pictures that you were going to be posing for if you chose to take him up on the offer?
He said nude.
Nude. Now, after he said that to you, what did you and your friends do?
They were just talking, discussing it, you know, seeing what was going on, yeah.
And what did you end up doing? Did you remain at Grand Avenue or did you go somewhere else?
We proceeded from there. He said he was going to buy all those guys beer, rum, and coke, you know, watch videos or something like that.
Rum and coke, did you say?
Yeah, we went to the liquor store in Wisconsin Avenue, 7th and Wisconsin Avenue.
So you walked from Grand Avenue down to 7th and Wisconsin?
Yeah, up, so to speak. Yeah.
At that
25th and 6th, 7th, something like that.
Okay. The general area of 6th or 7th in Wisconsin. Was it going to be the three of you and Mr. Dahmer were going to stay together, or was it agreed upon that one or others of you were going to go with Mr. Dahmer, or was there no agreement?
They were going to meet up with us eventually later on that evening.
Meet up with who?
Jeffrey at his apartment, but he gave them the wrong address at that time.
Okay, so did you, the three of you and your two friends and Mr. Dahmer, walk down to a liquor store, and what happened when you got to the liquor store?
I saw my brother, we started talking. At this time, Jeff was talking to my other friends.
So you say you saw your brother, he wasn't one of the three that you were with?
No.
You saw him on the street?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had conversation?
Right.
Okay, did anyone go into a liquor store and buy anything?
Check your gear and weapons. We
Mr.
go
Dahmer
soon.
brought liquor. Yeah.
So he went into a liquor store?
Right.
And when he came out, who was still there?
Okay. When he came out, we were all still there.
And then what happened? Tell us what happened then.
Okay, he was talking to them. Then we were gonna go up the street. I was gonna go home and change and everything at this time. So we proceeded. We caught a cab at the bus station. Yeah.
Now, what was your plan as you were in front of that liquor store after Mr. Dahmer came out with the liquor and you had been talking to your brother? What was your plan? What were you going to do? You say you were going to go home and change clothes?
Yeah, and eventually I was going to go over there, you know, and maybe check out what he was talking about making the money at that time.
So your interest was in making some money?
Right.
Did he tell you how much you would be paid if you did pose for him?
He said $100 for it.
You had no idea, did you, that this was for any homosexual?
No, he didn't come across like that. He didn't even act like it at that time.
Okay. So now your friends are still there, and you're going to go home and you order a cab for the over at the bus depot. What happened? Tell us what happened.
Okay. Then we go to the Dahmer. My friends said they're going to go and change and call up the girls and meet up with them.
Was there an address given as to where you were going?
He gave them some address that wasn't correct.
You later found that out?
Right.
What happened then? Who else remained there when this was all transpired? Just you and Mr. Dahmer, or you, Mr. Dahmer, and others?
After it all had transpired, it was me and Mr. Dahmer in the cab.
You met up at about 5:45, 6 o'clock, 6:15. What time is it now at this time?
It's maybe 6:30 as we get to 26 in Wisconsin.
So you stopped at 26 in Wisconsin, and what happened there?
Okay, we get out the cab then, and then he suggested he go to the store and get cigarettes before he went to his apartment.
And after he did that, did you go to his apartment?
Yeah.
What route?
Through the alleys, through the back way.
Was there any discussion as to why you were taking that route?
Said it was safer, people wouldn't bother us or whatever.
At the time that you were walking with him towards his apartment, what was your plans on doing when you got to the apartment?
Really drinking the beer, I wasn't really sure if I was going to pose or not, you know. Yep, I wasn't really sure at that point.
You at least were contemplating maybe you would.
Yeah, I was going to make up my mind once I got there, whatever.
So you needed money?
Yeah, I just started working and the offer sounded good at that time.
Okay. Now, when you got to his apartment, how was he acting? Tell us about his, tell me about his demeanor. You know what I mean by that, Mr. Edwards? How was he acting?
It's like a normal, everyday person. You know, friendly, good conversations. He was talking about the military, things of that nature. Yeah.
Had you been in the military?
My father retired in the Air Force, so I've been to several different bases. I was born on an Air Force Army base in Fort Compton.
So that's the kind of thing you were talking to.
It's like a family thing, you know, so I know a lot about it.
Had he been drinking alcohol?
Yeah, I consumed some. He was drinking beer at that time.
Well, at the time that you were like going to his apartment, was he intoxicated?
No.
Had he been drinking?
Yeah, I've been drinking a couple of beers.
How about you? Were you intoxicated?
No, not at all.
Did you had something to drink?
I sipped maybe a little beer of my friend's beer, that was it.
All right, now you get to the apartment. You go in the back way.
Yes, correct.
You went up to the apartment. Tell us what happens when you get up to the apartment. Tell us what you observed, what your senses told you.
Okay, first of all, it seemed like a normal apartment. When we got inside, he turned off burglar alarms. I asked him why. First, it was a foul odor, okay?
Tell us about that. What kind of an odor?
It was just like an odor. I didn't quite know what it was. You know, he told me a sewer pipe had broken. Management would take care of it. Yeah.
And did you accept that?
Yes, because I worked around at construction companies before, and when pipes bust, sewer pipes bust, they smell.
Okay.
So I brought that.
So you say the first thing he did was notice the odor. He opened the door to the apartment?
Yes.
And you walked in?
Yes.
He turned off something. What did he turn off?
Alarms.
Did you ask him about that?
Yeah, and he said the part of the neighborhood he was in, he was protecting his property, things like that, cameras, VCRs, TVs, things of that nature.
Did you accept that?
Yes, I did.
Enemy soldier
After
nearby.
getting in the apartment, can you generally describe the apartment, both the apartment that you saw then and the apartment that you, the other parts of the apartment you saw? Tell the jury what the apartment was like.
It was like
Recon intel secure.
normal, pretty
Job
decent
well
apartment,
done.
had nice things in it, you know, had certain boxes sitting on the front, neurotic acid boxes. I asked him about it, he said he cleaned bricks with them. You know, but you can use that type of acid to clean bricks, so I brought that also.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you just said. You asked him about some boxes?
Yeah, that were laying in the front living room floor.
And what did he tell you about those?
That he cleaned brick with the neurotic acid.
Now, was the apartment small, large, medium? What was the size?
Kind of medium size.
Now, when you went in there, you went in, as you entered, were you in the living room?
Yes.
What was the living room? What did you see in there? The boxes you told us about?
Boxes, there's a couch, there's a fish tank there also.
Enemy soldier
A
nearby.
black lamp. Yeah, there was a little table-like on the left side.
Could you see a refrigerator?
Yeah, I could see the refrigerator on my left.
Was it close to the living room?
Yeah, maybe 8 feet
Enemy
from the
UAV
living room.
active.
So it was just off the living room.
Right.
Now, did you stay in that room, or did you
Enemy
go to
soldier
another room
nearby.
right away?
We stayed in that room for a while.
And where did you sit, if you did?
Okay, at the end of the sofa like I am now, this is a sofa, I was at this end, and he was at this side.
Referring to the jury, I mean, the witness box, if that were a sofa, he would be at that end. That is the end where he's seated on the witness stand, which would be the part closest to the judge. Is that right?
That's correct.
Where did Mr. Dahmer, what did he do?
He sat like here, maybe a couple feet from me.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Maybe 2 feet.
Did you hear of anything at that time?
Not at all.
Okay, and what did the two of you do?
He said we were still talking, chatting, you know. He asked me was I interested in doing the photography. I told him I was still contemplating, so therefore he offered me a beer and a rum and coke mixture at the time.
Now, you're fully clothed,
Yes.
okay, and you're sitting on a couch, and he talks to you about this posing you weren't sure you were going to do.
Right.
How much have you been offered to do the posing?
$100.
Okay, and when he brings you the beer, he brings you rum and coke?
Yeah, he brings the beer first, and then he brings the rum and coke.
How big is the
Enemy
glass?
UAV active.
They're big.
About 4 inches high?
4 inches, yeah, 3.5, something like that.
Did you ever taste it?
Yeah, took a few sips.
Was it strong, weak, medium, or just about right?
I'm not a big liquor drinker, so it didn't taste that good to me.
Didn't taste good to you. You don't know if it was strong or not.
It's strong enough. Because I'm not.
What did Mr. Dahmer do? Did he likewise have a drink?
I think he had a beer, but I don't think he drank all of his drink.
Did he have any rum with him?
I just noticed the beer.
What time are we talking about now that you're sitting on the couch and you get the beer? You get over there about what time?
Before 7, quarter to 7, something.
So you're sitting on the couch, he brings you a beer and rum and coke, what happens?
Okay, then we just started talking.
General talk?
General talk.
What happens?
And I was deciding looking a little agitated, maybe, because I was smelling things again.
Hold it here.
I was conversation I'm talking about the fish and the fish tank.
Loud and clear.
Hey, when you start talking about the fish in the fish tank, you bring that up with the thief. And what do you do when he does that?
I turn to the right, like the fish tank is here, I'm turning all the way over here.
You turn to your right to look at it?
Look at the fish tank there.
And when that happens, what happens to you?
All of a sudden, handcuffed and the knife is going on.
Handcuff is placed in your body? Where?
Elo is in position for your deposit.
You see
Bag
a knife.
safe.
Now,
Enemy UAV
at that
active.
moment, what do you do?
First, I feel fear in my ass and what's going on. This is not necessary anymore.
Afraid?
Yes.
Was there any reason you know that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any idea at that time it was going to happen? Tell me about his demeanor at that time.
Cargo
when
secure.
You looked and
Helicopter
realized
is
you had a
leaving the
knife
AO.
and you in a cuff.
Cargo
What was,
deposited. Nice
you were
work.
only cuffed on one
wrist.
Enemy
what was
precision
happening to the
airstrike.
other
Stay
side of the
alert.
handcuff?
Okay, you had it in his hand.
He was
Holding that in the wrist then.
Where was the knife? In the other hand?
The knife is like here and here. The knife is in his hand. He had it in like this.
Does the record reflect he was holding the knife in his right hand as he showed it, holding the cuff in his left hand? Your left hand is
Damn.
Where do you have the knife? What kind of a knife was it?
It's like a military knife or machete of some type. He had a right hand.
So he had
Something like that.
a point of grip. Did you feel it? What was going through your mind the moment that happened when you realized you had a knife at your side and a handcuff on your hand? What did you think?
I think, like, you know, what's going on, you know? This guy is so nice, and all of a sudden, you know, it's like he was pulling knives and handcuffs on him.
What did you do? What did you say to him?
I asked him what the problem was, you know, that it's not necessary to do this, you know.
What did he say?
He told me about what he said. You can't.
Now, tell us about his demeanor at the time that you look at him and you say, what's going on? You don't have to do this. What happens to Mr. Dahmer? What's he like?
It's like not the same person that we met at Grand Avenue Mall.
How does he different?
His face structure seemed different, you know, his body structure, it's like it wasn't him anymore. You know?
Enemy
It's
UAV
like
active.
a different guy.
So he told you if you didn't do what he told you to do, he'd hurt you. What did you do? What happened? Tell us what happened step by step.
So he got calmed down, and then he said he has a key in the bedroom, so he proceeded to the bedroom.
The key to the handcuff.
Tactical nuke
You
inbound.
think he was going to take him off?
At that point, I had to go along with him.
A Nebula 5 bomber is
I had to
deployed.
find out, so I walked back there with the guys and that.
Guide you back with the cuff and the
Find
knife.
an enemy radar
And you go
jammer
into the
in your
bedroom.
area.
What do you see in the bedroom?
Big, about 50, 60 gallon drum barrel.
Nebula 5 bomb detonation
You ever
imminent.
see a
Stay
50,
clear.
60 drum barrel in anybody's bedroom?
Enemy
before?
dropping into the AO.
Do you have any idea? Did you ask him what it was?
No, at that point, I asked no questions at that time.
Was there a bed in that room?
Yes.
How was the bed? Was it
Enemy
made,
soldier
unmade?
nearby.
Locations.
Nebula 5 bomb and 10
What
seconds.
did you see on the bed, if anything?
Something like a stain or whatever.
What do you think it was?
At that point in time, I wasn't sure.
What did you do when you got in the bedroom as he's holding onto the cup and the knife? What did you do?
I'm studying this, talking, and trying to be friends with him. Yeah.
Did you remain standing? Did you sit down?
He made me sit down at that point. We both sit on the bed.
Was it at the foot of the bed, side of the bed, head of the bed?
Maybe halfway between.
Did that room have a TV set in?
Yes.
Was there anything going on the TV?
Yeah, the Exorcist movies were playing at that time.
There was an Exorcist movie. Do you know which one of them?
The name, I'm not sure. I think it's 3. I'm not sure which one.
So there was a movie. Did you know it to be part of television or VCR?
VCR, normally that's not on regular television, so I thought it was VCR.
You knew there was a movie show.
Right.
Did you see him put it on, or was it on?
No. When we first got into the apartment, he went through the back. To the
Enemy
back
soldier
bedroom,
nearby.
Put it on then, I'm not sure.
Okay. And then what happened? You're both sitting on the bed?
Yes.
Are you still in handcuffs?
Yes.
Is he holding the handcuff?
Right.
You still have the knife?
Right.
Is it pointed at your side as you've told us before? You trying to cool?
Enemy soldier nearby.
You're not fighting with him?
No.
What's your intention? What are you planning on doing?
Getting away, I was contemplating on a plane jumping out the window. I was basically talking with this person, trying to let him know I was his friend.
As you were sitting there on the bed, when he had you by the handcuff and a knife at
This
your
location is
side,
cleared out. The enemy could be close.
at that time, which would have been maybe 7 o'clock,
Something.
what impression was made upon your mind by the conduct, action,
Nebula 5 bomb
manner,
zone has
expression, and
faded. Area is
conversation
clear.
that you observed of Mr. Dahmer?
His frame of mind is what you want to know. Okay, he acted. At times he would go
We've
through
spotted
like
an enemy
different
radar
changes,
jammer
like,
in your area.
Tell us about that.
1 minute he's like nice.
Enemy radar
and he's
jammer
telling you
detected in
he
your
wants
area.
to go to the
CAO.
Well, what did you think about him as a person? What impression was made on your mind of this fellow that you're dealing with here?
that at times he wasn't himself, and then at times he would come and go.
Alright.
Throughout the whole time that he would like sit, being quiet at times, watching a movie, wanting me to watch the movie, you know, and just doing little tanning sounds.
Did you observe him watching the movie and how he would react to the movie?
Right, he would like just start rocking back and forth.
Hostile attack chopper carrying cash. This guy's
That's
He was like chanting at the same time and rocking back and forth.
Tell us about his chanting. What was that all about?
I'm not even sure so bad. It's like, I can't tell you the words, I don't even understand what he was saying at that time.
Can you mimic him? How it sounded?
It's like a slow song, some of that nature, some close like that, I'm not sure.
Can you keep on for a period of time?
Off and off the record with you.
How about the movement back and forth? How was that being effective?
It's like back and forth, you would get it now.
Just as you were rocking in your chair and chanting. Was there any parts of the movie that was going on that you saw that he said anything about?
It was like the part about the creature.
Friendly recon online.
UAV beginning flyover.
That, it seemed like he was like interested in that part. That part had his attention more than anything.
But tell us about what you mean by that. What impressions were made upon your mind when this was going on as to had his attention? How did he appear to you?
You're like it was like he wanted to mimic him. He like that part.
I'm sorry, I missed you.
Yeah, like he wanted that type of movie, that part, certain parts, not that part, interested in. It was like he changed quickly at times, then he would get more aggressive, try to get me to handcuff myself. Both
Enemy
hands.
soldier nearby.
He told me to bring more down.
Okay, did you and he move off of the bed anytime?
That's it. We were flat down, stomach down on the floor at that time.
Did you and he kind of go to the bathroom, use the washroom prior to the time that he asked you to lay down on the floor? I tell us to the ambulance, how did that happen when he goes to lay down on the floor?
He told me to lay down, face down. Changed again at that point, like he got more aggressive at that time.
Okay, but tell us, did he still have the knife out?
Yes, he still had the knife.
What did you do?
I kind of like laid on my sides for some reason. I guess God told me not to lay flat down and let this person handcuff me, so I did.
So you were trying to stop that from happening, but you got down on the floor.
Right.
What did he do?
He kind of laid across me, put his head across my chest and held me.
What was he doing with his head? What did it appear to you he was doing with his
What the
head?
fuck?
What was he trying to do?
You know all
I was
this.
listening to my heart. He's like, when he told me he was going to shoot me.
Did he eat your heart? Did he still have the knife? Where was the knife pointed?
When I was on the floor, he had it pointed at my groin area at that time.
One knife?
He had several, and